It has been a day. It's already been a day. It's Anyways, I'm sorry I'm late. 8 minutes late for our talk where I said I was going to talk about literally anything. Earlier today, when I gave a poll to y'all, I asked, what would you like to talk about when I come and catch up with y'all today? And a small percentage of you said deconstruction, and a small percentage of you said writing a book, but the majority of you said literally anything, Mary Catherine, just literally anything. So you know what? Here I am with my literally anything moment, okay? I couldn't predicted that this is how my day was going to go. But it's just such an MK story. Okay. So here's how this started. I have been trying to be a little more like a 90s parent. Like I'm trying to find the difference between the median, if you will, between being a now parent and a 90s parent. Like I don't want to ignore my children entirely, but I also don't want them to be like under my umbrella at all times. So I've been encouraging them to do outdoor activities, things like I used to do as a kid. You know, that kind of hurt you, but don't kill you type of things. And we were driving home from Ben's soccer game this morning, and up the street, right by my house, I saw a box. And I said to them, look, because I'm trying to train them on this 90s lifestyle. You know, I'm like, I'm realizing my kids don't even think this way. So I'm going to have to teach them. It's fine. So I pointed to the box and I said, y'all, look at this box over here. When I was your age, I used to drag a box just like that up to the top of a hill and slide down the hill in that box. I said, that right there that person has thrown out in the street is like prime box material. So I hype the kids up and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to ride the box. It's going to be awesome. So we do. And in the middle of so it was wild. It was a wild ride. I go out to throw the box away because I think we're done with the box. And then at some point, I lose my cell phone. Okay, so I put on the little ping thing, and this is going to all come together here in a second for y'all in just such a Mary Catherine way. Okay, so I have my little like iCloud where you can type in where is your iPhone. I guess I don't know what it was. Maybe it was I've been like super momming it lately. I'm like, we've got extra kids at the house. We're coming home from a soccer game. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna walk down there and go get a box. Just wait a second. Both of my kids have friends, so I'm a little bit ditzy and ADHD right now. And so at some point in the excitement of going to get the box and returning to the house, my cell phone's gone, and I hit the button to like ping it, so it's ding 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 ding, oh ding 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 ding. And I think I hear it outside. But about the time that I hear the cell phone, my neighbor starts driving his freaking lawnmower around, so I can't hear my cell phone. And what am I supposed to tell my neighbor? Like, hey, do you mind knocking it off so I can look for my cell phone in the grass over here or in my trash can, maybe? So I decide that would be rude. And instead, I'm kind of like crawling around my yard trying to hear the sound while he mows his grass, so we're in the same parallel yards. So he's mowing his grass, and I am crawling around trying to hear a sound, and I look like some kind of weird safari animal trying to find prey, I'm sure, except for I'm a plus-sized woman in my front yard. So that was great. I'm out there doing this. I give up. I'm like, dadgummit, I'm going to come back inside, reset the ping. It's going off again. Run back outside. I think I hear it. Now my neighbor's got the freaking leaf blower, but this time I think I hear it in the trash can, which is how I ended up with a trash can bug stinging me in the face. Because I don't know why I thought if I put my face down next to the trash can, because my neighbor was blowing his leaves, that I could hear the cell phone ringing inside of it, maybe. And so I'm sure also that was wild for him to see, as I've been crawling around the yard. I bet they're calling the police. He's probably going to get my kids taken away from me because I look like I'm on drugs. So I've been crawling around in my front yard. Now I've got my face pressed up against a trash can. And then I'm screaming because a trash can bug has now stung me in the face. So I can only imagine what it looked like to my neighbor, but things really only got better after that. Because at this point, I realize that my children have gotten the box out of the trash can again. And now I'm running inside to put a Band-Aid on my face. I'm late for this video. And now the children are running up to me with a box that is containing a live animal. And it is adorable. And it looks like a cross between a mole and a bunny rabbit. And so now I have a swollen, like, bug bite face. I'm 5 minutes late for this anyways. And I have an animal on my front porch with children all around it. And do I have my phone? Not yet. Didn't have my phone yet. So we're now here, and I have my phone, and the animal has been relocated back to where it came from. First, I called a vet because y'all know me. Oh, I'll share the animal in the comments. You know I took a video of it. It was so freaking cute. And so I really wanted to keep it, but the constraints on my time, I was like, I need a Band-Aid for my trash bug bite. I need them to rehabilitate that animal back into the wild. I need to find my phone, and I got to do a video at 1:00. And here we are. Okay, hold please. I just got to ban somebody right quick. Somebody's like, will you shut up? Literally, it's their first time ever here. Well, I understand if anybody just stumbled upon me. I would also want me to shut up. But let's say the people here have been here before. And this is just more of the same. So respectfully, he has been removed from the building because he did not want my chaos, and I understand that too. What is a trash bug? Well, I don't actually know, but it was a bug, and it stung me out when I put my face up against the trash can trying to listen to my phone. So that was what I called it, a trash bug. Oh my God. Well, hey, you know what, y'all? Let's do this. I'm gonna stay here and hang out with y'all for a long time today because I promised I would, and it's been a minute. But I also have a link I want to share with y'all. We're gonna have a couple opportunities for you this month to hang out with me and also just learn things, and also I gotta pay bills, so I'm doing all of the things right now. I am teaching a course next week, which I just put a link up. Boop, boop, boop. Where was my phone? Great question, Amanda. I will tell you where it was in just a minute. I just realized how dirty my fingernails are. Holy smokes, that's gross. I'm sorry if you saw that. I would love for y'all to come to my class next week for multiple reasons. One, because I don't teach something that I don't think is really, really valuable, which is probably why I'm broke all the time right now. Because if I was a good influencer, I would just leverage my platform left and right and like partner with weight loss companies and I don't know what, teach y'all about all the things. But I only want to have classes when I know that I can give something special. And so I've just been real careful about it. I've taught a class about writing books. And this week I have a class about spiritual gifts. And I'm really excited about it because I'm more of like a moderator in this course. And I am learning about my spiritual gift. Part of the class is me actively discovering mine while y'all work on yours. So how cool is that? Because I don't even know mine yet. I've been researching the theology of spiritual gifts, and then Matthew's going to take us kind of through this really cool thing where we discover what ours is, and I'll be learning what mine is with the audience. I think that's cool. I'm super excited about it, and it's going to be like a lot of fun and meaningful and special, so you should go. How was that for a pitch? Tell y'all what I've been really excited about lately. Also, I just dropped that link, so yes, y'all should definitely go get a ticket. It's fairly accessible. I mean, we made it $50, but it's like several hours. And also very intimate, so like we'll have lots of FaceTime to hang out with you guys, which I think will be so much fun. And don't you want to get some life wisdom from a woman who gets stung in the face by a trash bug? I can't think of a better commercial for my having it togetherness than the first half of this video. But thank God I'm not selling like planners or something, because then y'all would be like, absolutely not, Mary Catherine, because you are the least shit together person that I know. Shit it together. Oh my God, that's kind of funny. Where's it going to be? On the internet, Mary, where all of my things are most these days, because in real life, I have anxiety about people. I don't, Lord. Now I have to confess, I went to the Lord's Chicken today and I bought a homophobic Coke Zero, but every time I do this, I donate, so don't get mad at me. Every time I buy from them, I'm very torn about it, but that was just a confession, an unexpected one. I just outed myself as a bad ally. Damn it. But I do donate every time. You can ask my friend Mon, because she makes me do it. But also, it's just the only place close enough to my house where I can get Coke Zero. The next closest place is 10 minutes away. So they get my Coke Zero money. And then the Trevor Project gets $3. It's a very expensive decision, honestly. Oh, my friends are here. I have a friend here. Lauren, are you leaving? Oh, no. I gotta go. Actually, y'all just stay put for a second. Hold on a second. I want my friend to stay. I think she came and collected a child and didn't decide to stay. Hey, did you want to hang out? Do you want me to keep him for a little while? Lauren, I can keep him all day. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I should have communicated that. Leave him here. Come on, Lauren. You're good, Colin. Love you. Good luck. Oh, my best friend from kindergarten, y'all. Y'all are going to find him, Colin. Love you. I'm not leaving, but thanks for telling me. My life is just sheer chaos. I have a child here. So my best friend since kindergarten, Lauren, she's also my vet. Her son and my son are best friends. Like, how cute is that? And they're like the age we were when we became best friends. So Colin's over here. He's my godson and the best friend's son. And have y'all ever seen that movie Beaches? Well, that is our friendship, except, wow. Oh my Lord, I'm even the one that got cancer. That's crazy. Lauren's a redhead and I'm a little brunette. And when we were growing up, believe it or not, I think she was the weirder of the two of us, which made her very Bette Midler. And then I, for the first 5 years of my life, was a little rich girl at the country club. Then my parents divorced. And I had this like really weird time in life where I do have a PayPal. Do you want to pay me something? Yes, I will tell you my PayPal. Like for real. It is at, no, the email is mombabbbleblog@gmail.com. Sorry, that was hard. What was I talking about? Oh, that movie's our life. And then I was talking about how I had 5 years of being rich before my mom was a single mom in poverty, and that was loads of fun. What's really super fun is when you grow up with like one rich parent, but the one you're living with is not that parent. Did anybody else have that life growing up? Like any survivors of a weird financially unequal divorce? So like if you were that kid, and I would love to have anybody, if anybody wants to actually come on, I have 2 people that have requested, so let me tell them who they are. Mitzi and Angel. If y'all, I'm gonna deny this because I think it may have been a mistake. But Mitzi and Angel, if you do want to come on and talk to me in person, that's great. I'll accept requests. But I wanted to remove them first in case it was an accident, because everybody freaks out when I accidentally accept something and they didn't mean to send it, you know. So if you do want to speak with me, yeah, I'm here for a little bit. Let's talk. I'd love it. I was telling y'all about Lauren and Colin. Anyways, all of this just happened while I was here. I've got 4 kids at my house. 2 are mine, 2 are friends. Ian's here as well, so y'all don't have to worry about me ignoring 4 children, although I do that. It's the weekend, and they should be outside playing. It's okay for me to do this. Some people are like, we don't like influencing moms, and I'm like, it is fine. I will be either ignoring them on my phone or as I write a book or read a book. Either way, in case somebody wanted to judge me. what on earth? I'm so ADHD today. Colin, and he was here, and his mom came to pick him up, and I asked if she wanted to hang out, because y'all saw all that go down, and her cat's missing. So she had come to pick up Colin and was supposed to hang out, so I was about to hang up on y'all. But then in real time, I realized that she was picking him up and going straight to look for that cat. And I'm like, girl, you did not have to come get your kid. I can keep him forever. I mean, these are my babies, you know? So, oh, I see. Okay, got it. I am Mandy Bryant, but this is not me. Well, I really don't understand what's happening, to be honest with you. That's a little concerning. But I hope you figure that out. Now I hear the kids fussing. Hold on. Are y'all okay? They'll figure it out. I'm in figure it out mode. I'm trying to teach. My kids are at that weird age right now where, how do I explain this? You know how like when they're little bitty, it's your job to model and instruct everything. And when your kids are real big, it's your job to hold back as much as possible. It's different. It's like now I'm in this, like when you get started as a parent, you do everything for the kid. But there's kind of like this unspoken understanding, like I'm kind of trying to get him ready over the next 9 years to like not be in my house, you know? And so when I see conflict now and they're 9 years old, I have to stop and be like, do I get involved or do I intentionally stay out of it? You know? It's funny though, because like I've had some people come and criticize me. I sound very paranoid about criticism. I'm not. I just predict it at this point. It's like funny because I can see the pattern. I already know when it's coming. Sometimes when I have, and especially friends of mine that are mom bloggers, if they do a live video and they're like, are they fighting? Oh, they're fine. People immediately be like, you're ignoring your kids. You're doing this. You're doing that. Let me tell you something. My kids are the opposite of ignored. My kids get annoyed with my involvement. When you see me choose not to go get involved in something, what has happened there is not we'll see what happens, maybe they don't kill each other moment. What has happened is I have looked outside, I see that they're looking at each other and fussing, and then I am like, I want so badly to go get involved because I'm a fixer and I'm a mediator. But I'm like, they don't look like they're about to kill each other. And it's really good for them to figure this out, you know? So all that to say, folks need to stop being so judgmental of moms, because sometimes moms are not involved because they're choosing to let the kid learn the lesson, right? And they've already weighed what the consequences are going to be. Like, yes, they're about to have a fight. Yes, they're about to have an argument. Feelings are about to get hurt. But I don't see blood coming out, and I don't think it's going in that direction. So I'm going to let this play out, because otherwise these kids don't know how to navigate life. And so what I struggle with, though, like full confession, is I struggle with which level to be involved. And I get it wrong sometimes, you know, like I'm swinging to the left and swinging to the right. It's like I'm over involved, I'm under involved. Like I never have it figured out. But what is hard as a parent, and what parents get picked on about, you know, people rarely compliment a parent for being the right amount of involved. But they're pretty damn fast to criticize a parent who is either perceived as not being involved enough or being overly involved. And what this tells me is, as parents, we are always trying to manage a tension of how to be deeply involved with your kids while also teaching them to live without you. And it's hard. And it's so hard sometimes, you know? Because, I don't know. I never figure out that middle ground. I always overcorrect. I'm always worried about it. I'm always worried about which side that I'm on. I got a lot happier as a mom when I understood that people doing things differently from me was not an insult to me. And it didn't necessarily mean I was doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got better as a mom when I realized that my anxiety friends, who I'm also an anxiety person. So like I said, I over-criticize. Overcorrect, not over-criticize. I'm an anxiety mom. So I am either hovering over my children, or because it scares me so much that they could get hurt, I step away entirely as if don't look, let them, they're being kids. I have a very hard time with the in-between. Because if I'm watching, I want to get involved. I want to do it. And that's why we're trying to work on this 90s. This is my 90s era. I'm trying to strike something different. Not quite latchkey kid, but also not breastfeeding, a teenager kind of thing. Let me be clear, because good Lord, I'm an influencer, and this is my brain in hyperdrive is like, Mary Catherine, you just offended somebody who's breastfeeding a 19-year-old. Okay, I am fine with extended breastfeeding. What I meant was there's a time in life where children need to do things for themselves, and there's that biblical analogy of moving on from milk to meat. You know what I'm saying? And how that's a healthy progression. And in my mind, mothering was the analogy there, right? But you like the mother is the milk, but they need to move on. What's up with the Kermit, the sticker? Oh, Natalie, you missed the whole first part of my video in which I got stung in the face by a trash bug because I was trying to find my cell phone that I thought might be beeping in it, but my neighbor was mowing their grass and I didn't want to be rude to my neighbor and ask him to stop mowing his grass. So I put my face up against the trash can to see if my phone was ringing inside of it, and a bug got me. Isn't that dumb? That's just, what'd you do this weekend, Mary Catherine? Oh, I just watched some Little League soccer, got stung in the face by a trash bug, did a couple live videos. Just hardcore. You know what I'm actually doing right now, if I want to be honest with y'all? Oh, Amanda, you are so funny. Amanda is not ADHD. Amanda is on it. Amanda, I bet you were so type A. I want to know what your job is, because I bet you're good at it. Because Amanda has the same question. She's asked it twice because she's like, I need answers. Mary Catherine, stay on task. I'm going to guess what you do for a living, but based on that behavior, Amanda. I'm thinking you're a nurse because you have to keep so many people on task, or you're a really good mom with an ADHD child, maybe, is my guess. Because, boy, you are like, I'm just asking 3 times because this girl's not listening. All right, my phone. It was not in my hand, Cynthia. But if I had thought of how funny that would be, I might would have lied and said so. Because that's freaking hilarious. I don't lie to y'all, though. Because I'm a terrible liar. My lip does this thing. Anyways, my phone, my car. It was parked near the trash can. Isn't that terrible? I wonder what he thinks about me, honestly. My sweet neighbor man. You're a teacher. Amanda! What did I say? I said you're good at keeping people on task. Y'all, I'm telling you, that girl's soul is shining in that job. Amanda, the Lord made you for this work, girl. It's hilarious. I love catching a teacher in the wild because y'all don't stop being you. I just love it. I love it. That was great. I mean, I don't think I guessed right. I think I guessed nurse or a parent of a child with ADHD, which I think that's basically the job description of teacher, right? You're parenting a lot of children with ADHD. That's what you're doing. So I love you too. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. You're awesome. Y'all, okay, but now I'm going to pivot hard. And Amanda, you're going to be like, Mary Catherine, you're the worst for this. I loved you for a second, and now you're the worst for this, okay? So, Amanda, I need to know your thoughts because I have a thought, and you're going to be like, for our teacher appreciation, well, I swear I can talk. I'm an author for a living. For our teacher Why does hour sound so funny to me? I am like Southern, but that sounds a little bit much. But I'm trying to emphasize that, like, I don't know if Teacher Appreciation Week is national or for school systems. And for my school, a little public school in Alabama, this was Teacher Appreciation Week. And can I just tell y'all how over the top it went? Because it was, I got my teacher, who is the best teacher in the world. Oops, I only got one of them something. Oh my gosh, Mary Catherine. Oh my gosh, it's so clear she's my favorite. I have this teacher, Miss B, that I talk about all the time, and I love her so much. And she's taught both of my children, and now she has Holland. Best teacher in the freaking world. So I got her a gift card, like for a date night gift card, like something that would be, I don't spend it on myself. You know what I'm saying? Something nice. Okay, I'm going to be honest. It was $50. That's a nice gift, right? Okay. Public school, y'all. Okay? Like my kids, we are not a private school family because we're on a budget. Big one. So I felt like that was a great gift. The next day, Holland comes to me and she's like, hey, Mama. She didn't say MK. She said Mama. If she said MK, I'd be like, what? Hey, Mom. What are we giving Miss Bryant for Beach Day? I was like, what? What's Beach Day? I gave her her gift. What are you talking about, Beach Day? And she was like, oh, well, today you're giving the teachers beach-themed gifts. Y'all, I went and checked my paper. I'm not a good mom about being on top of like whatever day it is. The end of the year is crazy though. Because now we're doing like this alphabet countdown and Teacher Appreciation Week. And so every day is a different color shirt or like a permission slip. It's insane. But I missed the paper that told me that for Teacher Appreciation Day is like Hanukkah for teachers now. What is happening? I love y'all and I want y'all to be paid. But I can't afford to do a whole entire week of presents. I don't do that. That is like grocery money, y'all. It's public school. Like our lunches are $1 and I still think about that being a little bit much. And so I'm like on the struggle bus here. And like we're doing money for field trips and we're doing money for yearbooks and we're doing money for the Black History Month book that we just bought. And then the next thing I know, we've got like Teacher Appreciation Hanukkah, which like I'm guessing Jewish families are like Christian families and plan for that year round. You know what I'm saying? Like financially, right? We don't do a week of presents without planning for it, do we? Financially, is that a thing we can all do? Because I was like, a present a day? Me and my husband don't do that. We don't even for like, anyways. Well, Rhoda, you're right. But you know, my babies went to a Jewish school. That's why. You're right. So I was thinking Hanukkah, which I did plan for. I had to plan for that. And like, I felt okay with that. You're right. Public schools in the South don't know about Hanukkah, but this is like their version of present a day is what I meant, right? Please tell me I got that right. The reference at least. When is Author Appreciation Day? It's in November. Do you want to know how I know this? I should post my daggum. No, I'm not. I'm not a teacher. I was like, I should post my like PayPal and be like, it's Author Appreciation Day. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that. Ow, gosh, my leg hurts. And I want to take that. I love the tradition of, oh gosh, I have multiple friends that do this, but I believe it's Filipino. And so I know that this is popular in multiple subcultures. So I'm not sure who started it, but I know my Filipino friends do it. But for their birthday, they will have like a shirt or like an outfit and like you pin money to it. Have y'all seen this before? I feel like I can do that maybe for like Author Appreciation Day. Just like walk around in public with a shirt like and ask people to give me money. Maybe I'll just ask people to buy my books. That's what I'll do. That seems like a better plan. Or I'll just drop my Venmo and be like, give me $1 for my shirt. Oh, I love you guys. Oh, somebody requested to join me. Let's see who it is. Vanessa, did you mean to? Vanessa, here's what we're going to do. This is how we're going to like, well, I guess, you know what? Here's the thing, Vanessa. I'm going to approve this. Miss Vanessa Robinson, did you mean to do this? I'm gonna decline it, and if I see your name come back through, I'll let you come and join me, because the last thing I want to do is surprise somebody on the potty or something. If they're like, why are you on video? You know, like, I don't want that to happen. And I feel like 90% of the requests that I get to join my video in my mind are people on the toilet or people who have, oh, you meant to. Yay. Okay, ask again. Let's do this. Let's do it. I'm excited. Come back. I'm sorry. I don't think I can sing, Nat. My voice never recovered from that whole debacle. It never came back. You know that song, The Cat Came Back the Very Next Day? The voice came back the very next day. They thought he was a goner, but I used to make fun of famous singers who would like skip out on their concerts because they'd be like, my voice hurts. I'd be like, oh, shut up, you sing for a living. That's like the dream. Come sing for me. Here's my dollars. Like, you're not allowed to take a break, right? Like, I thought it was drama. I didn't know it was real. And then, which, I mean, I knew people lost their voice, but I didn't know it was like, it's an overuse injury. Like, I thought that was fake. I really did. So you're right, Amy. I'm not quiet long enough. And I've learned this. Like, I had the same voice injury as, oh, thank you, Jessica. Thank you. You are so sweet. I had the same voice injury as Adele, but I don't do what Adele does. I got the injury for reading my book, Narrating Crazy Joy. Is that crazy? Like, I flew to Manhattan. I was there for like 4 days. And I recorded a book in this voice. And what I learned from a voice coach who follows me, because now I have tinnitus too. All of this happened at the same time. I injured my vocal cords reading that book. If you own my audiobook, y'all know that at the beginning I have a voice and at the end of the book I don't. I sound like Sophia Bush from like One Tree Hill. Well, like, that did not get better for like 4 months after I recorded that book. And still, though, I can't perform as a singer because I don't have my range anymore. It makes me really sad. And ever since that injury, y'all, like right now, which this used to not be allowed volume for me because I used to go and perform on stage a lot. Right now, when I'm talking to y'all, if I escalate my voice at all, my ear starts buzzing. It's the worst, and it's never gotten better, and it happened when I was recording Crazy Joy. Who can I sue for that? Isn't that the American way? Maybe that's how I'm going to pay my husband's student loans. Who can we sue? Just kidding. I would never do that. Just because I've seen it destroy so many doctors that I love. They get not destroy them financially. I mean, like, so many people just like live on edge because of like litigation. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my husband's one of those folks. He's an ER doctor and they're just all the time getting, you're right, Dana. Let's blame someone. It's the American way. Sarah, a big hug from me and wish her a great recovery. Oh, you're such a sweetheart. I will. I talked to her today. She's in pain, Hi from the Channel Islands. Give y'all a shout out, of course. You're France. We all think we are amazing and love your book. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go Google Channel Islands, and if they look like what I'm imagining they look like, I'll give you all the shout outs if y'all just give me a flight and a place to stay. Yeah, I'll shout you out. I'll give you so many shout outs. Just give me a room. I want to be on an island right now. Oh, you're right. Oh, we were back. We were talking about whose fault is it? You're right. Let's blame someone. Especially if you're a healthcare worker. Because I get it. Like, when something bad happens, you kind of want to blame somebody. Oh, Cynthia, I don't know if you did ask a question. I don't remember. I'm so ADHD today because I skip my meds on the weekends. Yeah. And right, like, I've been really having to budget those. That's why. Did I tell y'all about this? I feel like we talked about this the other day. We did. I was talking about this in a video. The video got deleted and I don't know why. It's really weird. But I was telling y'all, I remember. Well, first of all, I was telling y'all about my class. I don't know if we have all the same 180 people on here, if they're all different people, but I'm going to share this real quick. Hide. Show. All right. I'm doing a class on Wednesday, and I'd love to have y'all there. I'm going to tell you why I skip my meds on the weekends, Natalie, and you're not going to like the answer. But I don't skip all of them, just my ADHD meds. I'm showing a link to a class I would love for any of y'all to consider, especially if you didn't hear me tell you about it a minute ago. I'm going to do a video for a long time. It's not going to be about this class, so y'all just hang with me for 5 seconds while I plug it, okay? Talking about spiritual gifts with my friend Matthew Stapley, and we're going to talk about the intersection of like woo-woo and Christianity, and how like church is really uncomfortable with like mystical stuff, but it's biblical. And so Matthew and I are exploring kind of like what's that boundary and where's that intersection of like what's biblical and like what's taboo, or like we're going to kind of break that down and talk about what our spiritual gifts are. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited because I don't know what mine is yet, but I know the theology of what like Jesus says is like considered. And so what we're going to do is at the end of the discussion, Matthew's going to tell me what he thinks my gift is, and I'm going to tell him what I think my gift is, and then we're going to coalesce our language. This is the most fun exercise because what I have found is every time I talk to Matthew, who's a medium and very woo-woo, and I am Christian and not super woo-woo, a little bit, every time we talk, we end up discovering that we say the same thing, but we use different language. It's so much fun. The link, I think I shared it. I'm sorry. I think. Sharing it again. Okay, somebody was asking me why I don't take my meds on the weekend. Maybe they did think woo-woo meant something else. See, Alicia, that's what it is. The whole point is, what are your spiritual gifts? That's the name of the class, I think, is what is your spiritual gift? We're going to do it. I know, Nat, I'm sorry, but if you get the ticket, you can rewatch it. I'm sorry, boo. I'm going to tip my table over. Hold on. I didn't realize my table it's a 3-legged table, and I had it tipped over a little bit. The reason that thank you, Dana. The reason that I skip my meds on the weekend, my ADHD meds, is because it's extremely expensive, even with insurance. And I can't afford it. Like it's 30 days is like $250. So I've decided that in order to lower the cost, that I only have to function Monday through Friday, at least as a professional. So I take my meds Monday through Friday, and that cut back like, $80. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but like I'm already paying what, $1,200 for health insurance, several $100s for therapy every month because it's not covered by health insurance. Like my daggum, just being alive and functional costs too much money. What's a trash bug? Oh, you're going to have to rewatch the video to get that information. We're so past trash bugs now. I'm sorry, but that's how I got this. That's what the trash bug did. You have to rewind and start all over. Can you rewind? Is that a thing anymore? What do people say? Go back and watch it or something. We need a better system, Shannon. We really do. Oh, what is woo-woo? That's a great question. Woo-woo is a Southern term. John Hunt is watching. How about that, John? FYI, I am in Huntsville, Alabama, and our city is named after a man named John Hunt. So it was just kind of fun to see your name pop up. Anyways, we were talking about that today for some reason. Oh, because my kids are playing soccer at John Hunt Park. So I'm just telling you, sir, if you move here, which I'm not asking you to do, like this is not me hitting on you. I am so sorry to make this weird. It's probably your first time watching a video and you're like, wow, girl, you come on strong. Happily married, just really weird and awkward. So anyways, John, my friend John Hunt, who's definitely probably still here because this is a lot. If you move to this town, people will think you are somebody important, and you're probably somebody important anyway. Why am I this weird? Oh, dear Lord. Anyways, I hope that you got what I was trying to say in that moment. You got a $60 coupon from the manufacturer? Okay, I'm going to go check my email. Thank you for that. You're on the east side of Birmingham? What is on the east side of Birmingham? Like, what area? Is that like Irondale or like Hoover, Inslee. I don't know direct cardinal directions very well. But if you tell me where Lakeshore, are you near Milo's? Mary, you are so sweet. What is woo-woo? Thank you for asking again, because once again, now y'all see that I am unmedicated ADHD today. That's what it looks like. This is my brain all the time, which is why my books read the way they do. Woo-woo is a Southern colloquialism for basically anything that is not typical spirituality. So in the South, if we have a friend that's into voodoo or into witchy stuff, or even if she's not super witchy, even if she likes to spray a certain oil for vibes, we'll be like, oh, she's real woo-woo. It's actually not judgmental in my opinion, because woo-woo is before heresy. If we don't really like what you're doing, it's not really voodoo. Oh, but maybe woo-woo evolved from that. That's great. The etymology, I have no idea. And Amanda, my teacher friend, was going to remind me. Visions are a great idea. A great example of woo-woo, Mary, is visions. And what's funny about it is that it's considered, you don't walk up in your Baptist church and be like, well, I have been given the spiritual gift of visions. Right? Okay. So that's considered a little woo-woo for the conservative Christian realm. Well, what's funny about it is it's biblical to have visions. Those people are called prophets. They're in the Bible, right? And so Matthew and I decided to do a class together because we were talking about in my deconstruction journey. What I have found is when I research things that are outside the church, they're usually a lot less dangerous than what I was told. And then if I research them a lot, what I end up finding is a full circle moment where I go back and I say, Matthew taught me this about what he believes about energy and the world and vibes and auras and stuff. I'm like, okay, I love learning that stuff, because then you know what I see? I go back to the Bible and I see the mystics. You're exactly right, Amanda, who did exactly these kind of things. And so I'm like, oh, we just use different words for the same stuff. And so Matthew and I decided to do a course on what is your spiritual gift, because he has a different language and understanding of spiritual gifts than I do as a Christian. And so we're going to talk about the intersectionality of that. What is biblical? What is considered woo-woo? What's a little out there? Is there some overlap? We want people to feel like they can engage their spirituality and healing in the same way that we heal our mental health. Because I feel like some of us suppress spiritual gifts because it's considered weird or taboo. In the same way that we suppress our personalities in public because society is like, that's a little weird. So we don't tell that weird off joke, right? Or we don't share the funny story we're not ourselves sometimes because we want to be accepted by society. We do that emotionally, we do that professionally, mentally, romantically, we do all the things to present as normal as possible. And I feel that we do that spiritually as well. I just don't think it's talked about as much. I think that there is an accepted level of spirituality, and y'all know that once I figured out that certain parts of spirituality were stigmatized, that I was like, because I'm a stigma breaker. So I started looking into it. And for me, I have found that a lot of stigmatized woo-woo stuff actually lays really, really flush with Christianity. And so what I'm saying is a lot of woo-woo comes from God. And I'm all about it. And so I'm really excited about exploring spiritual gifts with people and having this conversation. Yes, there is a link. Let me share it again. Actually, hide, show. Let me see if I can copy and paste it. Edit maybe. Hold on. Do. Boop. Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, let's go and let's do the Mario. There. I just dropped the link. Okay. In the actual comments. See, and that's the other thing, Brenda, is you can't express spiritual. People really need to start to understand and delineate the difference between spiritual health and mental health. There is a lot of overlap there, and it can be kind of scary because there needs to be a separation. People need to understand where that line is, because otherwise you end up burning witches. You know what I'm saying? Or like somebody trying to get an exorcist for a mentally ill person. Like that, there is an important scientific delineation between spiritual health and mental health. But I do think that there is a very obvious social taboo against spiritual gifts. And I don't think that having spiritual gifts makes you mentally ill. I mean, I think neurodivergent people are a lot more likely to identify their spiritual gifts because of the way we see the world differently. But yeah, there's lots of door slamming happening in my house right now. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh, hold on. I think so. Yeah, I think so, Mary. Overlap with visions and prophecy. I think so. Hey, guys. Whoa. Colin and Ben. What were y'all doing? Okay, but can y'all, Ben? Okay, I see that. All right. Well, lucky for you, the video's not on you. It's on me. But listen, that was really loud and Daddy's asleep. So either play your game or play loudly outside. I want y'all to have fun and be loud, but you have to do it outside. Do you understand? Outside? Outside you can. I don't care. That's really just, you're walking like a drag queen. But you can't do, you have to have your pants up. All right, yeah, clothes have to stay on. The bar is low. This is my life, guys. They just discovered some kind of sassy walk and they were doing it loudly in the house and they wanted to know if they could do it outside. And I said yes. And then Ben tried to sag his pants and I was like, you cannot take off your clothes while doing sassy walks. It's like one or the other, bro. Or we end up in jail. Oh my gosh. I don't know where these kids come from, honestly. They learn hilarious things, but I'm going to tell y'all, this generation's pretty freaking great, though. People are so hard on the little kids, but they are great. And the older ones are great. Gen Z is awesome. I love all of them. They're great. They're weirdly in tune with their feelings, though. Oh, Rachel, I was given the impression that we have access to all of the spiritual gifts. Dr. Caroline Leaf did a video podcast with a lady minister who discussed it. It was really interesting. Okay. Wouldn't compassion and empathy be a spiritual gift? So I think yes, I think so. So one of the things that Matthew and I talk about in the class, which I don't mind giving you a little sneaky peeky because this is in my section, we do things very differently. So I teach and then he teaches and then we have a Q&A and it's so much fun because I'm the Christian and he's the woo-woo and it's a very interesting dynamic. What was I? Yes, empathy. Okay, yes. So you know how your diet, your physical diet and physical activity is proven to hurt or help your mental health, right? Okay. Well, I believe that there's a lot of overlap as well and interactions between mental health and spiritual health. I mean, I actually think also physical health can really impact your spiritual health. All of it can. I think that spiritual health is interacting with all of the parts of you and it should be treated holistically in that way. So you can be having a hard time in your spirit. You can be having a hard time spiritually. I have hard times spiritually. And I can tell the difference between that and my emotional health. But why don't we talk about that? That seems like such a broadly understood difference. Have you ever had a hard time spiritually? Because I have, and so it affected my emotional health, but I knew that it was different from my emotional health. And I don't know how to explain that. I'm not going to pretend that I do because I don't. Define deconstruction. Mary, that's kind of a hard thing to do, but I'll tell you what I define deconstruction as. Deconstructing in general, aside from the Christian, movement of deconstruction, just means pulling things apart bit by bit, taking it apart, right? A deconstructed smoothie is fruit and yogurt, okay? So if you're deconstructing your faith, which is a smoothie of a lot of things. It's the little bit came from church, a little bit came from culture, a little bit came, like, you don't realize all of the different outside forces that inform your faith until you start deconstructing. And so deconstructing is like figuring out the elements of the smoothie and deciding if that's the smoothie you want to keep drinking, feeding your kids kind of thing. Like, hey, I'm going to go figure out if I think the Bible is inerrant. I'm going to go do that for myself because I was told it was, but I never asked if it was myself. Deconstruction is very much taking control of your own faith and learning why you believe and understand things. Or at least that's how it started for me. And a lot of times, people think deconstruction is a negative thing because it follows a negative event. But what I have found is like the negative event actually exposed a weakness in the faith, and I don't mean weakness in a bad way. I mean weakness like in a built bridge, like a part that needs to be addressed. Let me give you an example. Your friend has an abortion, okay? And you're pro-life, pro-whatever. I don't know what you are, but you love your friend, okay? And there comes some serious hate and judgment her way, and all of a sudden, you see how damaging certain behaviors are because you're holding the friend's hand. That hurts. And you're like, I think I'm going to look at that a little differently moving forward, right? Like, this doesn't feel like the love of Christ to me. Now that I'm standing over here, it doesn't feel like that to me. So I'm going to go reinvestigate that. I'm going to go see, I know what I was told to do in this moment. I'm going to go see what the Bible says. I'm going to see how Jesus acted. I'm going to go see what the cultural discussion was happening when this advice was given. I'm going to go look at all of that. And I'm going to pull out that little block or that. Now I'm doing the Lego house instead of the smoothie analogy, but same thing. You're looking at the Legos one at a time, the big combination picture, right? You pull it out and you're like, does this stay? And then you vet it. Whether or not it makes it through the fire, I cannot guarantee you. And that's the scary part about deconstruction. Some people leave their faith. Mary, you and I are like synced up timing wise. Some people do leave the church and eventually leave their faith. I personally decided that if my faith couldn't stand up to questions, that I didn't want to keep it. Because that's like the biggest question of all. Is this going to stand up? You know? So for me, I was like, why am I investing? Because I don't do anything halfway. And that's another really funny thing I found about the deconstruction movement, right? And I mean, I'm hesitant to call it a movement, but I think now that it has language, it is very much one. It's just not an organized movement. But I think what's really funny about deconstruction is the people doing the deconstructing, they were never the lukewarm people of faith ever. They're the hot, all-in, former missionary, former pastor, Christian authors, worship music writing people, right? Because it's very easy not to ask questions if you don't care that much. So the people that I have found that are deconstructing, it's the most offensive thing people can say to us is, well, you were never a Christian, like, but me? Okay. I was called by God to serve in Thailand. I was college ministry. I met my husband in a ministry, been baptized 8,000 times because I'm so scared of it.
Wait, why do you have a green mark on your head?
I got stung by a bug.
What bug?
A trash bug.
What trash bug?
A bug that was from the trash.
I know, but
do y'all need me to manage something? Because I was going to finish this video. What do y'all need?
I'm thirsty.
Okay, you can manage that. What about you? What do you need? Does that look like a what?
Poison ivy.
It looks like, nope, it does not. It looks like a finger scratch. What do you need, Ben? You do not need soda.
Yes, I do.
Get off the cleats, off my leather furniture. Hop down. Now, because I said so. Everybody back to their room. I'm finishing the video, and I'm going to take Charlotte home, okay? Go. Please let me finish my video. And please stop fighting and being loud. Why are you carrying my cat out like a wet ferret? Ben, your dad's asleep. Okay, Ben, you're done. Benjamin. You are yelling and yelling. Stop it. Colin and Ben, go outside. Go outside, Ben and Colin. Ben, don't make that sound. Don't make that sound, Colin. Out. So, that was a lot. Okay, I love this space in this room because I have windows all the way around. And so no matter where they go in my yard, when I kick them out, I can see them. Just so y'all know, I'm a good mom. I literally see all of the children. Look up, just for proof. Matter of fact, one of them's knocking at a window right now, thinking he's hilarious. Go away! They just have loud energy, right? I mean, they need to be out of this house with that energy. Do y'all agree? Am I a bad mom? I don't care. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care about people's opinions. Or I'm trying not to because I work on that in therapy. Anyways. So what I was saying about deconstruction is everybody I know that's been doing it gets criticized as if they were never really Christians. And the reason they're deconstructing is because of how intense they are as people of faith, right? It's so offensive when people are like, well, deconstructing is so sexy. I'm like, is it? It's kind of an existential crisis for me. You know? People who make fun of deconstruction don't understand the depth of faith that leads to deconstruction. It is literally the deepest journey of truth. Like I care so much about whether or not this is real that I am doing a forensic investigation of every piece of my faith. That's deconstruction.
Mama, a spider bit me.
Where?
In my leg.
What kind of a spider?
I don't know.
Well, how do you know it was a spider if you don't?
Because I saw it on the spider web and it bit me.
Well, okay. You're fine.
The egg got on my soccer shirt.
The egg got on your soccer shirt?
Yeah.
A spider egg?
Mm-hmm.
Well, put it in the laundry. I'm sure it'll wash out. Can I finish my video, please?
Yes, ma'am.
I love you. Are y'all bored? Do you want to, like, take Colin home?
Take Colin home?
Colin.
No!
Well, then go. Because you're in here playing with me and not your friend.
If we're bored, why would you take Colin home?
I don't know. But what? Because it seems like you're in here with me right now.
What? You think Colin's gonna do anything about a spider bite?
Oh, that's fair. You're right. I think you're okay. You're going to survive the bite.
First, I gotta get chicken though.
Ben.
Come here,
That
baby.
cat does not want to be dragged out of here, Bubs. He just really doesn't seem happy to me when you do that. Okay.
Let me get.
Ben, no. Take him to your room. Don't put him on the couch. He's getting stressed out. One location only. Stop moving him everywhere else. Okay, bye. And the door. No? Okay. Spiders can swim, Natalie? That's upsetting. You got a spider on your egg on your shirt? You said chakra shirt? You're so funny. You have to unalive the spiders with fire. I don't like... Hey, can you stop screaming, please?
Oh, sorry.
You're okay. Daddy's just asleep.
Okay.
Most people that you know in deconstruction are very resentful, Mary. And that's probably fair. Like, I mean, that's not an unfair thing to say. I think a lot of us deconstructing are very resentful. I certainly am. I resent how I was manipulated. You know what I mean? Same, Larry. Larry says, I got kicked out of my house many times as a kid because I need to run some of it off. Yeah, they have to go be loud outside. That's the rule. I'm loud inside. They're loud outside. That's how it works. But yeah, I would say, and the funny thing is I'm not a resentful person. So me saying that I am resentful about this really speaks to the egregiousness of the crime. honestly. Because, like, I have forgiven my abuser from childhood, deeply forgiven that person, to the point where I don't pity in a genuine way that his life was so ruined. Wait just a second. What?
My brother's trying to break this and thing. Also, Colin and Ben did this to us.
Okay.
And they were also trying to break the door,
window. Okay.
And then they also tried to break the hive up there.
Okay.
They have a wasp hive.
Well, here's a couple of things that I think about that. One, if they're bothering you in your room, I'll tell them to stop. But that's where the bugs are, right? Outside your window? Yeah. Okay.
They were trying to break my window.
I think if they mess with those bugs for more than like a second, they're going to regret it anyways. So just,
Okay.
Okay. And, okay. Wash your hands. And then leave the boys alone. Okay?
We weren't messing with
I know you weren't. I'm just reminding you that that's the plan. Wash your hands and leave the boys alone.
Outside trying to hit
Yeah, I see. Hey, like that. You just did that. Go wash your hands and shut the door. Okay. Love you, girl.
Love you.
Oh, she said it back. Okay. The washing their hands part was literally just to give them something to do to get them away from me. Macaulay Culkin eyebrows. So anyways, the church stuff. I forgave my abuser. Church is harder to forgive than the person who physically and, CSA'd me or whatever. Because it wasn't just an abuse of agency and trust. It was a spiritual abuse. And that is a very hard thing to heal, spiritual abuse. Because what a lot of people decide to do, like you've said, like a lot of people deconstruct and leave the church. I think the spiritual abuse literally led them to a point where they had to shut off their spirit in order to survive. That's how bad it hurts. And so for me, I'm still on a journey of healing that. And it is very hard and very confusing. And I literally have a church home that I have a hard time attending because walking in that building literally gives me trauma. So it's really hard to explain. But I don't believe that everybody that deconstructs their faith I don't believe any of them have been left by Jesus. I don't believe that's a thing. So what I'm telling you is that Jesus will always love them. And the church should be more gentle with them because the reason that they left, it was their own decision, but it was predicated by the abuse and the hurt and the lies and the manipulation, Another good example of this for me, and like y'all are like, wow, those seem like big words. Like those are kind of big things to allege, but when not really, they're exactly what it was. When I say that sending children to a heaven's gates and hell's flames haunted house is abuse, it's abuse, spiritual abuse. I experienced it. Because now as an adult, I am so terrified of hell that I've been baptized 5 times. And why are y'all still in here? Y'all been in here every 2 minutes. What do you need?
My head hurts really bad.
Okay, drink a bunch of water and lay down and I'll tell your mom. Ben, what do you need?
Let's go.
Okay, can I go out? Hey, y'all need to stay away from those bugs that sting, okay?
Wait,
what?
We knocked down the bee's nest.
Yeah, don't do that again. That's what I'm trying to tell
It's
you.
already on the ground.
Okay, that's fine. Stay away from it.
We deconsected it.
You deconsected it? Okay. What? He deconsected it. My kids are freaking hilarious. Yeah, so anyways, there was that. There was the whole purity culture movement. 90s youth group kids are pretty traumatized. We had a very sensationalist, people brought in all the music and the media and all this stuff to kind of try and make church cool. And in trying to make church cool, they made church hurt. And they made it not a safe place to be. And that's my opinion. So a bunch of us from that time frame are deconstructing it right now. What do you need?
Holland left me now.
Savannah not allowed. Is that what that says?
And she put it on her window.
Is Savannah here?
I don't know.
Okay, all right, go. Well, that was not nice. I'll talk to her about it. Thank you. I should go. There's the vibes.
Even when I'm playing with another friend and I'm trying and I don't need them.
The boys did not invite her over.
They're saying they're gonna invite her over.
Well, they can't. They're supposed to stay at my house. Leave the boys alone.
And they also
I gotta go.
They knocked down the high right next to
I know they
my
did.
door.
They talked to me about that. I know they did it.
And they were throwing things out my door.
Okay, so playing outside?
I saw a wasp coming out.
Okay, out, please. Thank you. I'm going to go handle it.
Do you know where the hive is, anyways?
It's dead on the ground now. I wouldn't go out there for a little bit. Okay, bye. Well, Well, I'm going to see y'all's comments, and then I'm going to go. Sorry, that was kind of all over the place. Yeah, no, okay, Jessica, you're right. He doesn't care if you go to church as long as you continue with him at home. Yeah, like, so my first phase of deconstruction, when I don't want to, like, ruin my book that I'm writing for y'all, but it's in there, is, like, I started out kind of like leaving the church. It was like me and Jesus against the world, kind of like driving off into the sunset, like Greece or whatever. Woo, yay, I hate church. Then I kind of like rediscovered church on accident. And then I was like, Jesus, I don't like church. And I was like, I like to love my neighbor. I like my gay friends and my marginalized friends. And a lot of churches just don't do all that. And then Jesus was like, MK, the church is your neighbor. I was like, crap. So I'm working on reestablishing a healthy relationship with the church. And that is part of my reconstruction journey. It's just hard though. Anyways, I got to go take care of my babies. But I would love for y'all to be at my class this week. I think you would get a lot out of it. It's about spiritual gifts. And it's very along the lines of some of the stuff we've discussed, except for trash bugs. So there's that. And I just dropped the link again. And now I'm going to go take care of the kids who are apparently now knocking bugs off of the side of the house. Maybe I achieved the 90s parenting faster than I expected. Bye.